Hello everybody, it's your boy, Shion. Welcome to another Spotlight video. Today we'll be talking about the commander of the Royal Knights, leader of Nightmare, Lansol's #1 Kamen Rider cosplayer, June. As we did before, we'll be going over her stats, her skills, viability, and ranking. So, help a brother out, drop a like, a comment, and without further ado, let's get started. June is a frontline tank. She also has 50,749 HP. She has 7,080 physical attack, 913 physical defense, and 718 magic defense. June's position is currently 4th, making her one of the most forward frontliners in the game right now, in between New Year Muimi at 5th and Kuka at 3rd. Moving on to what she do. June is a tank who specializes more on absorbing magic damage. She also comes packed with a decent heal that targets those around her, helping keep your team alive. And first up, let's talk about her UB. So her UB is called Inferno Shield. It's a UB that deploys a physical/magic absorption barrier onto herself for a good bit. Sadly, as of making this video, June has yet to receive a 6-star form, so there won't be any upgrades to her UB anytime soon, I'm assuming. So, skipping over the UB upgrade, we'll go right into her first skill, which is Inspiring Courage. This skill recovers the HP of a nearby ally with the lowest HP for a small bit. Now, after she gets her unique equipment, her equipment then gives her 20 physical attack, 8 physical defense, and 9 magical defense. And that is 199, 80, and 90 at max. Getting this will upgrade her first skill to Inspiring Courage Plus. This will increase the skill's heal by a good bit, making it fairly chonky in terms of healing. It also grants the target a small physical attack buff, along with an action speed buff. Now moving on to her second skill is Armor Breaker. This is a skill where June leaps at the enemy in the front and deals a bit of physical damage while also lowering that enemy's physical defense. Her third skill is called Justice Barrier. This is her passive that increases her magic defense by a good bit. Later, upon getting her to 5-star, this then becomes Justice Barrier Plus, which greatly increases her magic defense. This makes her extremely good against magic teams. Now, moving on to the attack pattern. June's attack pattern is Skill 2, followed by Skill 1, and then the loop after that will be Attack, Attack, Skill 2, Attack, and then Skill 1. Taking a look at her bond bonuses, like I said, she doesn't have a 6-star form, so she doesn't have access to the later bond levels like some of the other characters I've done so far. But for now, her bond bonuses are 150 HP at 2, 150 HP at 3, 300 at 4, 400 at 5, 400 HP at 6 plus 4 physical defense, 400 HP at 7 plus 4 more physical defense, and lastly, at Bond 8, she gets 600 HP, 6 physical defense, and 4 magic defense. Alright, so let's move on to her farming. Currently in the game, we don't have a single June farming node. However, in the future we will be getting Hard Mode 14.3 and 22.3 as her farming nodes. Moving on to team comps. June is more of a magic focused tank. That being said, it is important that you run her against magic teams. This is where she shines. She is an excellent magic tank, being able to basically just absorb tons of magic damage. That said, some good people to pair her with are Jita, so that June can keep her alive while she does damage, and also so she can take advantage of June's defense debuff. Maho, to do, Maho things. Blind enemies, heal, throw defense buffs up, that kind of thing. And Tamaki, since June can keep her alive if facing off against magic units that target the highest physical attacker. Looking at you, Hatsune. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. June is a very good anti-magic tank who comes equipped with the defense debuff and a heal. Both are things frontline attackers very much appreciate. That said, she isn't without her flaws. While she does have a decent amount of HP, she does tend to not be as durable against physical enemies, since she has no way of buffing her own physical defense. That said, this is why I recommend running her with Maho, or really just anybody who can buff physical defense to keep her going. If you decide to bring her against non-magic enemies, she will need to heavily rely on support that you can give her. Another thing about June is that she is very good against magic-based bosses. As you'll see later whenever clan battles open up, and whenever we start getting Luna Tower bosses, or even just late game bosses in the final stages of the world, she becomes immensely useful. Her having a defense down on the target in front of her is extremely useful for whenever you're trying to DPS down a boss. Overall, she is a good tank who really shines when going up against magic teams, so take her against those. Okay, so let's get into her ranking. So this part is going to be shorter than the other spotlights just because, like I said, there's no 6-star form at the moment. That said, if she does get a 6-star form later, I'll be sure to cover it in another video, probably reevaluate her to see how she does. So, her rankings are as such. Base June will get a C+ in story, a B- in PvP, and a B in clan battle / Luna Tower. Once she gets her unique equipment, she gets a B+ in story, a B+ in PvP, and an A+ in Luna / clan battle. And that'll do it for June's spotlight. So what are your thoughts on June? Personally, I think she looks badass. I mean, look at that sick armor. Will you roll for her, or will you wait for her to spook you down the line? She is a base unit after all, so she can just spook you in case you don't want to do the current rate up banner. But let me know down below, and be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, as I plan to do more of these, specifically one for every character. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you all in the next one. See you later, homies. Peace.